Hi everyone, it's Lynnea for LDRS Creative, and I'm introducing the Sentimental Rub-On Transfers exclusively at HSN. These rub-ons are so amazing. You get a whole pack of them, and they are in 4 different colors with a bunch of different sentiments. So this is the black, but then there are also the same sentiments in gold, in silver, and in white. And the silver and the gold are foiled, so they have that bit of shine to them. Here's the white. These white ones show up amazingly on dark and on black colored cardstock. So I'm going to show you the black Sentimental Rub-On Transfers, and here are the 4 sheets you're going to get. So this first one is all about sending love. There's some love you sentiments. This second sheet is kind of like a sympathy with lots of thinking of you, sending thoughts your way. This third one here is all about birthdays. And don't forget, you not only have sentiments, but there's lots of little icons on each of these too. And then here's one for the holidays. So all of your, let's spread some holiday cheer, but then there's also some little snowflakes and a snowman. So there are icons and sentiments, 4 sheets and 4 colors for a total of 16 sheets. I'm going to get started with a project using one of these rub-on transfer sets. I have started by 3D embossing a background onto white cardstock. This is the hot air balloons background, and it's just one of my LDRS Creative Stash products. This also has layering stencils, so I'm going to use them to complete my project. I'm going to start by taping that first stencil in place over my embossed background, and then I'll grab my inks and start ink blending. I have an idea of where I want this card to go based on the sentiment rub-on transfer that I want to use. So I'm going to keep this card kind of light and happy in the background. So I'm using some LDRS Creative inks, and I'm going to be blending in yellow, green, and blue inks. And I am just creating some extra shading by starting with a light ink and then adding a darker ink for a bit of shadow and shading. But don't forget that you don't have to do that. You can create the most simple background, and these Sentimental Rub-On Transfers will still shine and be an amazing focal point. I'm just going to keep on ink blending until I have all of my hot air balloons done. I have my yellow and my green one done, and then here I'm coming in with blue. I'm going to start with a lighter blue and then add some darker blue, just like I did for the yellow and green. And once I have this one done, I'm just going to keep alternating these colors across my background until my whole panel is full. Then I switched over to my second stencil, and I'm going to grab a lighter blue ink for the clouds and then a brown ink for the baskets below each of these adorable little hot air balloons. So now my background is done. It's all finished. Don't forget that you can grab whatever product you want from your stash to create with these Sentimental Rub-On Transfers. Because there are so many different sentiments for so many different occasions, practically anything from your stash will work to create a fabulous project. I grabbed one of the black sheets, and I thought sending a little love your way would go great with these hot air balloons. So I reached into my stash once again and grabbed an oval die, and I'm going to make sure my sentiment fits inside of that oval, and then I'll use my scissors to trim out the sentiment I want. Now there are 2 sheets. There's a front sheet and a backer sheet. You want to make sure you cut both. I'm going to pull off that front sheet, which is clear, and that is what the Sentimental Rub-On Transfer is attached to. Then you want to grab your bone folder, or you can place this through your die cutting machine, but you need to add some pressure to every little area of that black sentiment to transfer this onto your cardstock. I'm using just regular white cardstock here, but you can use any color cardstock or even pattern paper that you want. I've gone ahead and used my bone folder and carefully made sure that I applied pressure to every area that is black, that is that sentiment, and then I carefully peeled off that transfer paper. Now, peel that off carefully, because if you've missed a spot, you can put it back in place and rub over it again. Once my sentiment is on my cardstock, I went ahead and die cut it out, and you can see that it didn't scratch off. It's perfectly in place right there on my little oval sentiment. All that's left to do is just once again go into my stash, grab some cardstock, and this is another background that I used from LDRS Creative and HSN. Those are the 2-tone specialty foil papers. I added that to my background just for a little bit of extra shine. And then I'm going to put that sentiment front and center in my project so that it really shines. This card is done. I love that you can pair practically anything with these sentiments and really make a project that packs a punch. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again really soon. Bye!